I go talk, make them hear. I wanna talk it now, the time is near. It don't get away for 1990.
Okay, my good people of Nigeria, wherever you dey for the world, whether you dey Obodo Nigeria, you dey African countries, or you dey Obodo Yibo, how we dey this evening? Live and direct, now we dey reach you all the way from Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, on top of grassroots television here. And the program, now I go talk Parliament. I go talk Parliament na program when we don package together for grassroots television to take the talk to those of us when dey government and those of us when dey outside government about the good, the bad, and the ugly situation. And this evening, we go dey still dey talk matter when concern food. I will call am food security, but the question we dey ask inside this matter na wetin government dey do to make sure say we no get problem for food matter as time dey go on because of wetin dey happen for different communities for our country today, most especially for our own state, Edo State, wey be the heartbeat of Nigeria, where different communities dey come out, dey complain, dey cry to government, and the authorities wey dey in charge of security say the nama people wey we know as herdsmen don almost finish them for different communities, and fear for them to even go farm because they go rape, they go kill, they go destroy. And that fear not dey make them go farm again. And if that fear continue, and if the situation continue, and they not go farm, where we go for see this food when the time for us to take care this food come reach. I get Honorable Tuke live with me already, as we expect Honorable Amebo to join us. Honorable Tuke, good evening this evening.
Yes, good evening, my people. Like I don't talk am, and like I go always talk am. Now God that will give us power to reach here. I'm not God that will still give you power. We will take care of power. They all over the world they listen to us. God always show us what to do for us to know as we fit into it. But then, my great speaker already talk and say many things they for talk of the as regards food. Because if they look at, they'll think say maybe food not baby because you dey see a chop every time. If you're hungry only one day, you go know say food not be small thing. So food matter is very important. We dey talk other things, Jordan, as we continue to talk. My people, una do.
Yes, yesterday for this program, I will talk Parliament on top of grassroots television. We get one guest when come all the way from Abomere to community for Ovia North East local government for Edo State. Oga Solomon Omorabon. He dey here with us yesterday and he talked so many things, how they take run, come on from their community. Say nobody, no teaching for that community now. According to Solomon Omorabon, he say only those nama people now they in charge. Even they collect tax from people before people go pass that community, enter the next community. That are some of the things when Solomon Omorabon tell us yesterday for this program. And we ask the big question, whether government still did this country, whether the security men when supposed to take charge, whether they still did to take charge. Because this evening, we get another guest from one of the communities around that Abomere 2 community, from the same Ovia Northeast local government area of Edo State. And I guess this evening, now Oga Egareva Felix, where be on way for Igolo community for Ovia Northeast local government area. Yes, Oga Egareva, good evening this evening.
Good evening to everybody. I see our speaker talk. Na me, na pikin, na brother, na papa, Felix Egareva, the Ojon way of Igulu community.
as you analyze am, we don get problem right from time. Not be this year, not be last year, not be 3 years. The problem don dey ground for more than 6 years. But this year, can't be the worst.
Okay, just well, because this year own, as it don't be the worst, meaning this year food wahala go really dey. That na the same thing Pa Solomon Omora go still talk. They say they never see this kind of when it happen since he said since December last year. Yeah, now it start. Okay, before we would ask questions when our brother Gary Wago they talk to us about would you expect Honorable Abebo to join us? Now me be our own original speaker. Yes, for here we dey talk am as e be. You also na part of this parliament. Talk to us. You see the number to take talk to us for your screen. Tell us how you feel and tell government and tell those people out there wetin is how it's supposed to be for us to get a better society. You feel say e no concern you because you do obodo oyibo, like we always talk. If you get papa, mama, brothers and sisters this way, and you dey send them 10,000 naira for instance every month for food, and at the end because of this whole wahala, papa, mama tell you say 10,000 naira no dey even buy 1/4 of the food when they be dey buy since. E therefore mean say you go times 3 that money, and that also don dey affect you directly or indirectly. So to build Nigeria na the tax when every one of us must do, and the food security matter na everybody matter. Yes, straight ahead, Oga Igarewa Felix, tell us wetin dey happen for Igolo community for Via Northeast.
Thank you. As the talker and the come before, I say this problem, it don't reach 6 years for ground when we dey inside. But it never escalate reach this level where we come dey now. Then they come before, they go drive all of us come for
Which people?
Fulani herdsmen.
Okay.
Fulani herdsmen. Capital Fulani herdsmen.
No, but we use the word herdsmen.
You know why?
Because the tribe, we're not really dey sure of the tribe. So for clarity, may we say herdsmen. Any tribe now they do lama. That not the situation. Go ahead.
That is true if you say so.
Yes.
But I'm talking from experience.
If you say so, I agree with if you say so.
If me say so.
Yes.
Okay.
You know why I use that word?
Okay.
I never see Igbo when there's cut lama.
I never see.
I never see Yoruba when there's cut
I
lama.
never see Bidin man.
I never see Bidin when there's cut lama. Even Hausa, I never see Hausa when there's cut lama. We that even that are under the attack of these people,
Okay.
they take their mouth, they tell us say we be Fulani. Now we get this place, go and call soldier, we go kill them. Call police, we go kill them. We don't want to see you again for this vicinity. Now we get them. They take their mouth to toss, they be Fulani.
They are next.
So I will come here, come and say, herdsmen. Why would I remove the Fulani?
Okay.
That aside, we have been on this problem for long. This year, if I tell you now, in that houses, the car went inside that bush is over 1 million.
From this una Igolo
Igolo
community.
community. Not only Igolo. This from Odigi, Bini Akure Road,
Okay.
Onwa, you know, we are all within the same houses.
Yes.
Is that bush that we surround that bush. Odigi, Osasinyoba, Igolo, Abumere, Ugbokili, Igbo, Okobo, Ema, Oshodi, Ofitebe, Okokodo, other various communities I have forgotten now because as I'm talking,
yes.
I say I dey on top of
Yes.
it. I don't feel remember everything. They have all been sacked. Even as of day for yesterday, the last one they did there for yesterday was Okohom. They went there, beat up the Ojon way, and Nedalima, beat up everybody, they rob everything, they until they pack everything away.
For inside Edo State, Nigeria.
Inside Edo State. Severally, even last year, when they kill, you go police station or Gadolo. Let me be specific. Because I don't say as I came here.
Nancy B with the talker. Go ahead.
Body they pepper me here. All my life investment for farm. I love farming. I was born inside the forest. I grew up inside the forest. I have never crossed Nigeria, even down to Cotonou, talking of going to abroad for dinner pasture. So all whatever I do, I invest into farm. I even have workers I they pay for. Somebody just came from nowhere, come with lama. Lama go chop along with the one chop. When they don't chop and finish, they put fire. So they put fire. If you talk, they kill you. Even when they are doing it, they don't want to see anybody. When they see you, you are a target. They will shoot you, kill you. The one they will slaughter them. You go to police station, police will tell you that, okay, there's nothing we can do. Go and bring your dead corpse. You will be the one that is going to bring.
You go and bring your dead corpse.
Then I confronted one of that roadblock one day. He told me, on your way, our hands are tied. There's nothing we fit do.
Who tied their hands? That's the police so for roadblock.
They will tell you that if you go to the place, even you arrest anybody, as they can reach police station, call will come.
Yes.
Call will come. They will release them. And they cannot continue to risk their life. Last 2 years, policemen were killed. By the same Fulani herdsmen. They were killed. At times, when these Fulani herdsmen kill, who will be the person police will harass? The same citizen that who cross are be destroyed. The same citizen when they kill, now they will see the harass. Now let's go back to the food aspect of it. In my life, for over 20 years, I don't think I have ever bought gari. I never buy pepper. I never buy yam or plantain. I shed tears a few days ago. I said I want to buy plantain. Just one single plantain like this seed. They say 200 naira. I look at the plantain and they buy for 200 naira. Those kind of plantain I cannot take away from my farm. Think it's useless.
Dash people. You're not strong.
Then, that aside, for this year, as I was saying, body the pepper me, I may use some foul language. It's not my fault because when you beat small picking,
PALIAMENT. The one with foul, will not will take.
No, don't edit it.
No, they talk.
I'm not afraid because what is left for me? All my investment have been bought, even down to my house. Burnt down.
They burn your house.
Burnt my house down.
That's your John way
Yes.
community. When that will happen?
That will happen inside last month, January.
Just here.
On the 23rd of December last year, I was in the community with bulldozer, with the grade the road, they open up the road.
Yes.
My intention was that to give my community good road to attract people that will come invest in that area, farm wise. The next item was to give a very good boil, then probably light. I know say we not even say get light, but we try to go for solar system. That was our plan. The day we completed the road, I was sitting down with Bossa because I was working in the caterpillar when they came. They met us. When we sat down, they greeted us. They just say they come by the chaka. Now tell us, no the chaka here in a small village. Say okay. You know, when somebody is coming to attack you, you will know the full step. And as they were coming, I said, oh, these people have come for attack. They now took position. They do not come close to us. I got to come. We are for peace. Then they said, told me that, okay, no wahala. As you, farmers, we, herdsmen, we cow, not chop your gari. You, knocking our cow. That's it. Magana. Now grass, now cow they chop. Let's not touch our crops. So okay, they come waka comot. And the waka come out and tell my people say these people they are going to launch attack now.
Yes.
And they just left the vicinity of the village, but they started putting fire. around the community. Now I carry key, I say the war don't start.
Fire.
Now I run. With bossa and singlet. Now they enter the city. On the 25th, the same group of people
Of December, on Christmas Day.
on Christmas Day, what we have in mind, say we don't open up road. We call our brothers, home and our brother. Everybody will come celebrate Christmas for home. Then when I got to Benin, I started receiving different calls from our citizens. No, our job way, Christmas is not for we Beninese. Now we go this one then. We come to postpone that Christmas celebration to Igwe Day. That was one thing that saved us. On that Christmas day, they stormed the community.
Dress the no expect say Igwe that say na Christmas they do all the time.
They stormed the community dressed in military camouflage with assorted weapons. Started shooting radically. Only a few people that were around, I said, oh, I bet we want to remain here. They told them, what are you people still waiting for here? Oh yeah, move. They don't want to see anybody around us here. Then, late after attacking us, they now went to Abumere to sack Abumere. Then either the Commissioner of Police, the PPRO, Edo State Police Command, with some military, blah, 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 they went to Abumere. They came back again, they started telling the whole world that nothing like that happened. I was called by ITV, man around town. I told them the situation on ground that you cannot be sitting down in your studio, giving the governor information. Let's go for spot assessment. Oh, but you people are giving this part wrong information. It was there over here where Apollo was telling them in the studio. Can you hear what the audio is saying? It's that they come here, I should come and be the attacker police and wait. They would not drop down to Abumere to down to the Igolo community. They got there, they saw what they did. Destruction. Bust all the whole houses. They remove everything they can remove. The one they cannot remove, the drain, beer and everything, they will destroy them. There was no single fowl left. All the goat and the fowl were taken over by them.
They had and joined their cows.
As I speak to you now, Igolo community is now a base for them. Their cows are there, the Fulani are there, 24 hours with AK-47 or whatever assorted weapons. These are the same people we will tell the government. I don't know if we have the government, we have any government anymore. They say our governor that we can see governor. As I talk now, I close my eye well. Make I wake up, may I see the kind of action the governor. I don't sleep. I don't tire. To see, because we can see governor. As I speak today, I'm not afraid to say the truth because I have no home. I have no means of livelihood anymore. Everything will be taken away and the point will be destroyed. If actually we have government in Edo State, at least the same thing happened in Benue State. Everybody see what Autumn is doing, and Autumn, despite the fact he has not been able to fight these people because he has no right over the police or the armed forces. He is crying, he is shouting, the whole world is hearing him.
Okay, yes, the whole world need to hear waiting they happen for Igolo community and other communities around for via Northeast local government area for Edo State. And the question, Ojonwe Igariwa Felix of Igolo community, they ask now, say, where the government? Because that's the question. When we they ask for the topic food security today, waiting government they do to make sure say the problem of food crisis not hit us. Now you hear from the Ojonwe of Igolo community. Waiting don't they happen for that community and other communities around. If you ask me, who I go ask, but I get Honorable Amebo when I go they ask, waiting be the way forward in all of these. Honorable Amebo, good evening. Welcome from Ukraine Market.
Mr. Speaker, good evening. Good evening to my people wait there.
Yes, talk
where they watch this program all over the world. Now God bless you. And hey, you asked me one question. You say, wetin be the way forward.
Yes.
But before I answer the way forward, my audience way for here talk say e say na ITV na dey feed Governor Obaseki with wrong news.
No, I didn't say I
No, he said that this studio, they
I
are
said in the beginning, I said that they should not sit down in the studio
to the top with the most.
Yes, and they suffer.
They want later go there, they can't see the truth.
No, even they suppose even go. Wetin governor dey do for them?
Okay.
Wetin dey do for seat wey im dey?
Okay, security
I
not
believe
know
say
what if anything
me believe say I think past election na vote for that place. The campaign come reach there.
Madam, we were because of Obaseki, we were in APC. When he was having problem, he run down to PDP. We follow him. Anywhere he go now, we go follow. But we can't say ever.
And make we never.
No, we never. Because the thing don't start and we go they cry, they shout in every form for them.
No, sir, I will agree with you, sir. When you say we should not regret.
No,
you make you speak pidgin.
yes,
I'm not vessel. Yes. Say make me not the regret am. Why we not go regret am? All the whole money I don't make when I don't put for farm. Say if I don't come out for small job, when I be they do as a messenger.
Okay.
I go see where go relax for house. As an audion way, I go sit down for my village. They go my farm.
So
and this when old age don't come, small money go dey come from my cocoa farm, from my baga farm, from my plantain farm.
So all this one, everything
They
do.
burn now down. They burn everything that I not even still pay me.
No, when they do and finish, they go come put fire. Now you they try tell us.
Yes, when they don't chop and finish, they go put fire. They can still go my house, burn the house. So when I thought say,
you
So
get
then what
pictures. We go take time. We go go this Igolo community.
Yes.
You get any picture when you carry follow body or fear never let una go there go take.
for the house when he born,
Yes, any of the picture of the thing when you
pictures when plenty here.
We go give our.
Yes, we go dey check. We go dey check the picture. Maybe the next edition of this program, we go dey see some of those pictures from the different communities because we dey go the different communities around on this issue of food security. Rain, we talked about rain yesterday, and as we dey come out for studio, rain start. It means say the food matter supposed to don't start. The planting, the this, but when Igolo community people fear not let them go bush as a result of the herdsmen. When Akumere two community, another community fear not let them go farm. Then where we go for seed then this as it happen for them this community for Via Northeast, it happen for Oriomo, it happen for Mude, it happen for Oviasa, it happen for almost every local government for the state, another state for the country. But we get commander-in-chief, then they get security vote. We get governors for different states, then they get security vote. We get local government chairman, even if when we not get for this state for now. But we get House of Rep members and senators.
Okay.
How many of them, with all the big money, when they pack constituency this, constituency that, how many of them don't ever say, some of these problems, they need to hit them once and solve them. But some say that the cow, that the nama belong to many of them, these politicians.
Wow.
One of the reasons why they turn deaf ears, because even when we not see this food eat as a result of these problems, when farmers they face, them will always feel go China and Ukraine to buy food, buy water and buy toothpick and eat. Or not to them say chemical, food, some of many of those food where they buy, they come from Obodo. When make many of them now, they get with it that they get. But we not pray make una get the problem from those food. There is nothing like our natural food when we dey plant here. So who go help us? Where the government toke?
Well, you know, say as I did yesterday, I dey shake my legs since because
That's so.
when Oga from Abumere to dey talk yesterday, I shock. Now when Oga from Igolo community, I come shock am. Now I go shockest tomorrow. But and the thing dey pain me because government e come be say government wey we get na government of last minute approach, last minute action that dey dey always be. Why? Now they will. Last time when people don't die, I think they will come on top of the matter.
They'll call the pay condolence.
They are always on top of the matter and pay condolence visits. When the matter na problem, and you will not go there. You will not go to the community and community will surround them and have women and less now. And so the when people don't die full everywhere, people already don't die. People already don't die. Yes. But when you go worse, when people call the torchlight, the Ghana, you call police IG will say they are on top of the matter.
Yes.
Government will call the pay condolence visits. They will call the pay for me.
They say they want to compensate.
Compensation when there's a money when there's one pay they settle and they go to pay over. Come they settle people who don't die. Who don't die will come up again. If you go alive, they go far.
No.
This thing when government they do so, they do and they don't say small by small by small by small. Everybody will agree from again. We go see they go pursue us reach this video.
They are almost at a cattle now.
Yes, sir. This time when they think say they're very far, they go pursue us reach this video. And when they pursue us reach this video, upon the hunger we will not receive food again. The food don't dey there. They go all find us come. For ransom. Not this one and not even for food matter again. They want they fit come say they want make they piss make their cow dey drink. They go kidnap people make they piss make their cow dey drink. And if we not take the time wey we suppose to take now, somebody go sit down for where he dey for your office say you no concern me na I don tire all this food with their wahala.
Yes.
My brother, one day e go dey your doorstep, you go for how you go shock.
Yeah, and the last 2 weeks, Oronigbe people come protest. Come
They are coming closer and closer. And our government is not doing anything.
No.
If you go there, they go buy healers, they give different police station wey dey inside town. Police station wey dey Oronigbe they don't get any motor. Police station wey dey Oronigbe they don't get any particular gun wey they tell them. They don't even get where they stay. But you dey give after this you dey protect yourself, only yourself with our money. You no go protect the people wey
Only
inside.
you want DSS, only you want police, only you want vigilante, only you.
My brother, my sister, now then we just dey on our own, we dey pay tax for nothing sake. Very soon go reach us o. E go get not even us.
You know,
They say that from clap, then they enter dance. When we don't clap, and we don't dance the dance. You when you do government, you when be politician, you when be leader, whether spiritual leader, traditional rulers, are all of us. Water when touch sponge, it go touch body very, very soon. And that's the reason why we need to face squarely all this cry, all this talk when people from different communities for Edo State and other state now they cry. Igolo community for Via North is now one. Abumere 2 na another, and so you hear the other way for Igolo. They measure all the communities around and say most of these communities, the herdsmen don't take them over. Where we forget I'm wrong and where we go from here. Just as Honorable Tuke they shake legs, I they shake my head. For una when they government and una when it be say una no do anything because na many of una get them these cows. Una want make money to the detriment of una own citizens. Election don dey come. Una go still campaign go Igolo community. Una go campaign go then go camp. Maybe before you know 2 months or 3 months to election, everywhere go calm. As usual, all 2 months to election, everybody go dey do anything. Everybody go dey do everything. If they sell for one way, go dey sell for one way. One way when they say they sell different things go what dey happen. When election finish, they go turn them over again. That's na Nigeria.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Please. I no go talk without pointing finger to the government.
Okay.
Especially on the side of security. I don't waka far. Even with DSS, I go call, we go talk. Police, the same thing.
So wetin dem dey tell you?
Waiting that they talk. Listen to me, oh. When you go to police go tell you, see now, your governor, they go point out to the governor. Your governor never pass at open crazy P.
Okay.
Listen to me, okay? ask them further questions. Fine, we agree. That cannot be an excuse. Now,
That is you didn't power to place anywhere. That excuse.
no. Okay, don't be excuse.
Okay.
PPR on the other day for ITV. That man open his mouth.
You say our sister station.
He say if they talk to the whole world, say they never kill person now, they never rape anybody now, they never do everything now. Make the carry the whole family go.
Make the king make for use community for 8 days.
To sacrifice. One. Number two, the law of open grazing, even if it is eventually passed, then even without the law of open grazing now, I know say nobody, no matter how rank you be, even the president is not even allowed license to pump action.
Yes.
Cutlass, AK-47, AK-49. Somebody is, if they go everywhere, they kill people, they go their house, they go their property, they go with AK-47, they rape women, bomb people, property, if they rob them with AK-47, AK-49. You say you are waiting for open grazing law to take action. They don't know now. Plus law of armed robbery, kidnapping, arson, and the rest. Which one get with pass? The law imposition of that firearm is enough to arrest these people. Simple. So why you to cry over? Government na get hand for inside.
Yeah, the people wey tell una say go call soldier, go call the devil, kill them.
Kill all of them.
And na you say make police. So that those set of police when they are gone na osagie vex. Because at the end of the day,
yes,
only those police wey dey follow governors, president, na dem dey arm with sophisticated one. The ones wey dem dey live with us na osagie vex na dem go give them. So that na the issue. And now you ask yourself again, wetin government go dey wait to pass anti-grazing bill?
If they not get hand.
Other
States around us.
Many
states don pass. Say they no wan make dem dey see cow for around everywhere.
Because
Sir, madam, make una lis ten very well. E be like say I dey deviate for wetin I talk small here. The anti-grazing law wey dem dey wait for, plus armed robbery with murder, arson, as dem dey call am. Which one carry better penalty pass, carry big law pass?
Anti-grazing law dey small pass for
Very small. That's a wide way.
They no fit pass that one. But they don pass that one.
They just dey take up like mumu. That's what the mean. I no go.
they look all the small
But I still get the sense.
Okay, yes, all of us.
Is that not enough for the government to act? Is that not enough for Obasi to say act?
They no wan act.
Okay,
They no wan act.
they need to start to the act. The program na still I go talk parliament. When they reach us on top of grassroots television all the way from Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, and the matter on ground, if you just join us, now food security and with the ask, wetin government they do. Food security, nobody they shoot the food, nobody they rape the food, but the people when supposed to they produce this food for us, then they kill them, then they destroy them, they rape them. And if this continues as it happen for so many communities for Edo State, a few months, years from now, we not going to see food to eat. You hear from me going to say, the other way say plantain, yam, cassava, cocoa and all. These herdsmen enter their community, destroy the ones who they feed, destroy their nama, eat the one they feed, and set fire for their bushes. And that's big problem, don't they? Now so it happen for Abumere, now so it happen for so many other communities. And we ask again, wetin government they do about this whole matter? The police, the army, the navy, the air force. Well, we ask, where una dey, where all these things they happen? You don't need to wait for the bill make dem pass am first before you go secure the lives and properties of the citizens. When we come back from this small break, the program, I will talk parliament. We'll continue with your parliamentarians, Honorable Amepo and Honorable Tuke. And the number when you go to call to take reach us for your take on this matter, the way forward. It's there your screen, just green us on WhatsApp or any of the platform when you fit take reach us, and then we go to talk on this parliament. When we come back, the program will continue.
I go talk, make them hear. I wanna talk it now, the time is near. It don't get away for 1990.
From Benin City, Edo State here. The program when we dey take talk to ourselves, both those for government and outside government, every 5 o'clock every day, Mondays to Fridays. Different matter, and the matter when they worry us now, na matter when concern food, the people. We call am food security, and we dey ask this evening, wetin government dey do about the kilikili when the yes-men dey kilikili for different communities. The destruction when they destroy farms for different communities as it affects Abumeretu, Igolo community for via Northeast local government for Edo State and other communities around. So if we get government and government not fit protect lives and properties of the citizens, the next thing for those people for government to do na to resign. For society, when people really the reason where we dey hear for obodo oyibo countries and all that, Honorable Abebo, that's not the first thing the government need to consider, because the constitution, the first thing when constitution of Nigeria 1999 as amended talk say the protection of lives and properties of the people, it is solely on government, and their primary responsibility. But where it comes in all of this, according to WETIN Ojonwe from Igolo community talk, where this protection of lives and properties, where it dey, with the security vote, with all the money that they carry. Defend yourself. The government is the police. Police defend yourself. I cannot even. Yesterday I was on.
No, why you not defend yourself?
I was on Man Around Town. They say, "Ojo, where you run, come out. How you want your people to do this and that?" I want to go to defend. They say, "Now I tell them, say, come, don't let me accuse you or be a collaborator with these people." I want to go defend myself because I keep myself. Listen, last 2 weeks here, there was a joint task force. Probably people are aware of this. Went through OD houses. Okay. With combination of Mopo, soldier, vigilante, and Nigeria Civil Defense NSCDs. Wow. Do they know? They ran away. 2 of their vehicles were burnt down.
You don't mean it.
So now that how you tell me say, why not go defend yourself?
Class because
wait, cutlass
Like
here.
farmers.
If I carry cutlass, now police go hold me at checking point. Catapult. Now I go to defend.
That combined efforts, they still pursue them.
But their vehicle. So there was Obubu Yeye there. If you really find out the truth, what did they call Obubu Yeye? You know, the following day, like yesterday, they told me that the governor sent 120 people into the forest. Then I asked the question, gave them marching order. Now marching order is English one used. Now I tell them, say, what do you understand by the word marching order? Gave them marching order to enter to go and kill
120.
If 120 soldiers are inside the bush, even at that cannot there, we go feel the impact.
Yes, now people will take off.
I go ask them, why we put these people there? Is it Sokoto bush or Abieto State bush?
The same thing they do for Zambia. Now they do so.
Now, let me tell you one thing. This was how
They're not going to see anybody.
issue started in the north. When they started like this,
And I saw the test
they started.
like
Until the day they shot the Emma, and the Emma came with the Peking.
Yeah.
When they fly, they go abroad. People say the Peking still die.
And they come to say, the
But then they come to say,
the matter don't
the
the
war
red.
pass Gary. Kidnapping issue for Nigeria, that's why it can start. Now we go they take Satan. When they don't finish kidnapping, they come to carry Abino. And when Abino finish, they come to carry Abino. Kidnapping for ego, for Kneza, for 15,000 naira. That's how it started. Now, when they look small, these people are conquering.
Time bomb. This na no for real. This na time bomb because if wetin we dey hear every day about from some of this the Benin Auchi road by after I go PALIAMENT there that kidnapping when normal people dey go that side dey do again. It don still we go say e don still reduce more since when soldiers take enter kill some of those herdsmen people kidnappers.
Yes.
Now you ask yourself how these soldiers take do wetin they do that day because before them we hear say they kidnap one oga retire for soldier.
police soldier.
No be soldier na soldier that time.
Okay.
Una remember that matter. So when
When come reach their turn.
no na later we come see they kidnap wife of one oga of soldier. Before we know wetin dey happen na we come hear say
Soldier come dey.
soldier don enter the matter they come dey enter they come give some and then na that place don dey free now
Okay.
because e involve them or e affect them now they no get anybody for them these communities like I talk just now maybe if food scarce for us e no go scarce for them because they dey say our money to dey thief they take go buy chemical dey eat from abroad. Where do we go from here? That's the biggest question. To release money for fertilizer, government go order. They will share and give politicians. Give soft loans to farmers, make it a farm.
They will share am with.
They will share am with party leaders. Give what did they call the other one again? Different name. They will give. That's not government. Now we dey shout about
Partnership.
now we dey shout about all these things now. Dem no wan hear until bubble go burst and e go affect una before una go say I die no. Honourable.
Speaker will get problem.
Big one.
Get problem because sometimes when we dey talk this food security, when we talk when we even look at we ourselves, government go set up ADP agricultural development project. They go set up then inside there they go set up all farmers association those are come be association. Yes. They go say that they bring loan for farmers. If you check the list every country for this world get farmers list of farmers for
Through the community yes through the different
developed countries wey dey reason normal you see different family people names for here you go dey see your brother your sister your uncle your aunty your papa senior sister and none of them be farmers.
and their girlfriends dey chop the list.
None of them be farmers. The loan dem go bring am come dem go give this one loan you go take am go drink beer the farmers wey dey for eyekolowo wey dey for eyekolo wey dey for abubere wey dey for abawomi wey dey for ogamontise those one no go fit shi one naira they no go even know say loan don come na until
They distribute am among themselves.
how farmers and ADP and the rest people wey dey say dem dey for here they don share am finish
for themselves.
Farmers wey near what they see for here na farmers wey dey use cutlass and hoe dey dig like you see o. The ones wey dey collect loan say they wan buy tractor, collect loan say they wan buy fertilizer, dem no pay anywhere o. If this fertilizer dey actually dey reach these people, this shifting cultivation wey we dey do it for reduce because we go dey use fertilizer. If you farm one go dey for see if you farm am next year, but if you go inside bush, you go see ogo. Now they call it 4 years later they go come back to the
Yes.
the money no dey go anywhere. You know they reach these farmers.
So they don't.
So this food security matter.
And post names na go even make.
We get problem. But
this thing wey we take dey play so, all this one wey we take dey play. So when our leaders dey feel say e no go lie reach where they dey. Who even think say this soldier man wife wey dey go.
Who say anybody go fit near am?
In that area.
For the I don't wait. Outside this S-men issue where when be the last time when government come una community to say they wan see farmers, they wan see now so that they'll give una loan.
At my age,
No.
at this my age,
Yes.
over 50-60 years in
Okay.
existence, my community has never enjoyed anything from the government. Road, now we dey contribute money, they grade our road.
Make full stop na only let dem follow that road come and pay to una.
No, when they dey campaign, I don't know you know dem come dey show love. Dem come see small pikin, dem come.
In that area, it's a very big problem.
No wahala.
River stream.
Now
We dey drink it now
for Igolo community.
for Igolo community.
I say why the people wey dey represent una wey dey talk say because of una na dem for Edo State go where dem dey wey dem.
Even when you call am mistakenly call am the way they tell us dem even dey beat you again.
Na so dem dey always dey meeting.
It's always a meeting.
Meeting of work. Let's go back to that food security.
Yes.
Let's see with the quota for health. Not be the one when I go to talk for studio here because me
You know what I mean?
wetin dey say
I saw.
Make una
We sabi do I saw. No worry, we sabi do I saw.
What is that? From Odigi they come to Ekiadolo, come Oluku, go to those markets. Like me now, every 2 weeks in those days, there are some farmers. That big lorry where they call farmer our existing community I mentioned their name so. Only Igolo with Abumeretu. Plantain where they come out here every day. Edo State no fit buy a lot of feet. Now Lagos.
Oh, straight to Lagos.
Because now only you go carry one maybe 24 tires of lorry or with plantain carry go in Benin like one buy even pick up load they no fit buy. All the market around this area they no dey see anything buy again. Wetin you dey buy 10,000 before that e start 50,000.
Yes.
Sure.
You understand me?
Times 5.
I said I go buy plantain just see go one way be like I dey throw away for this one don carry this one enter my head. 200 naira for a seed.
200.
Na so e go be na.
That's all. So when you go there, he said 200 naira for most of the plantain very fine. He said they tell us say 5,000 naira.
Na so na.
That's what we dey sell for market now.
So initially when this Fulani helps me because I already hit of Fulani helps me because that's what they told me. It's just my own submission. Is one. I hear at this one attempt that one attempt. Now waiting they tell me be that. I sent a clip that time. When they even one of my guys that was kidnapped, they tell us go and go soldier, I go shoot them, call police go shoot them. Fulani don't come now. Your job will go they shout for television say Fulani. Now Fulani don't come. They cannot enter that area again.
Fulani.
Your own village.
In my own land, in my community, I've been assisting over 1,000 years.
Who be your House of Rep member? Honorable Dennis Ita.
I don't
the senator for Edo South. With the shout every day, I get reason why we go call these people name. Because we dey try to reach out to them. Before we go reach out to them, make we dey shout their names. Anywhere you dey, make you dey hear. We don't talk governor, we don't talk the other. Now the different politicians when their duty to protect life and properties, then they fail. And at the end of the day, if the House of Rep member not get wetin to do about this situation for a constituency, it therefore mean say they get problem. If the senator, when they represent those are not also get something to do.
So if they try raise the matter for us, for where for good representative.
It not be that to know the
No, you know so so raise.
They said the governor now has sent in the bill at the open
grazing bill, yes,
to the House of Assembly. Make they go to debate. Now, they fit debate that body language. Yes.
Also say no go, no go.
So this government
to the other government.
The body language say no go agree.
Understand me? The truth is this. Let us call the spade a spade. Fake a fake. For me, I know the fear because you know wetin he go to talk. He go to wait. We talk say he will get only one home. They don't take wood break one come. Say no the fear anything doctor again because of the pain wey don go through. I feel like yes, he go to now we get one home.
Yes, no.
Waiting, I want to do again. All my land, pour them, all my investment, I pour even my house, my owner.
Okay, now on behalf of your people and other communities now, wetin be your message to government again and to the world?
Thank you, sir. When you mention government again now, because to me, if there's any government that is existing on,
there is.
You understand me? Okay, when I say swear, it's not my fault.
Because
I don't say I may use some languages that may not go down well with me, but I don't care anymore. Why? Last 2 weeks, we protested, we went to House of Assembly. From House of Assembly, we went to NUJ, Benin City. From there to the governor house. What came out of it? Nothing. Now,
and no, what did they come tell you now?
let una go. We thank God for a peaceful demonstration. We go carry na matter. Go meet the highest authority.
They don't talk about the matter.
On top of the situation. Now, I get it to the governor house. Mr. Haruna for this security blah blah blah.
Yes.
Make una not worry. We are on top of the situation. Make una bring some people come from each community. Make them that go training for civil. Vigilante. For how many weeks are they going to go through this?
Make them go face.
Fulani. There's a lot of people make that train. Then what did they come to the day gun with that day gun while they see there for our grandma park where they have stand like people in
No, before the country they finish, they never finish everywhere. Look, as Honorable first talk since. If poor day for road, you go to key market, poor people market, women innocent people. Government go protest it, they never know. Until one God come on us out, you go enter that portal, you go die or you break leg. Now don't think about that so we can see. He's coming to them. I'm a book perfect bag of now Benin language. You go organs bug on them. In my community, they say grass cutter the chop back person farm. They say, hey, now that man a bad person. If you don't chop that bad person farm, he don't you better person go chop your.
There you go. No.
Every day. All not they go wrong. Look at it now. Abuja, Kaduna Road, they fly some again.
No.
All the old honorable they fly air.
Yes.
Their family they go
train from Kaduna to Abuja. Problem.
This thing almost time. This way we dey look small so na big problem.
Where was it that
So your message
the way forward is
yes.
To me, my message to the government, the earlier the better. You understand me?
Yeah,
Food shortage don already hit Edo State because this area this people take over so at the food basket of one east.
Yes.
Now be the food basket of Edo State. Plantain. Look at somebody that have 7,000 stock of banga. Now this year now, you want start production, not start to be produced. Invested close to $1 billion. They put fire, they burn everything down. Jesus. For just like that, they enter, put everything down. All in life, those are those
na short, they're not too tall, and na short background.
Burn every car. Some people went there, they see their farm, when they just see their farm, they will not collapse.
You reach to collapse now. Person wey invest, you don't know whether na bank you go collect the money.
Our people, we are now in IDP camps in Edo State, in our own territory. Me na even get luck, say they go break, I still go everywhere, I still they go. When they pay me small salary, there are some people, they not get house for city, they not get brother and sister in the city. They relocated to other communities. Who give you food today, give you tomorrow, the next tomorrow, you tell you say not believe. I must say you there. Now they cause for your body. That I don't do. IDP camp, like people from Abu, many of them in IDP camp are taking one road. They are there. Why some who cannot make their way to that place are roaming the community to other community. In a top state. This one not be say I will talk like make they go out. Go find out what I'm saying.
Okay. That's if you ask me who I go ask. They say according to Bini, Egbe we not tota or we natama. That is it tire who they talk to, and person when also they talk the matter, it don't tire them. But we not go the lament, we not go fold our arms to do nothing when evil will continue to strike. We will still continue to talk. The man say, he they talk, not say not they talk to the man when they sleep with his wife. It's just that the person when they sleep with his wife, he get power pass. But one day, that power, it go down. And at the end of the day, justice will come. So, government, those of us for government, because they say now all of us be government, but we elect or select, because selection sometimes na they do. We put una there, make una they represent us, protect us, and make sure say food there for us. But waiting be the situation today. When you turn left, right, you look up and down, almost the same situation. Uronigbe for Oriomo, the story not different. If you go Eho for one there, the story remain the same. You go Ewoimi for a southeast, the story remain the same. You go Owa, you go so many areas for different local government. Go Ebelaba, go Odiri, go Odigwetwe, Obe, and the rest of them. The same story of herdsmen, they attack, they destroy the people, their farmlands and their communities. But how long government will take wait to make sure say this thing stop and we get food the way it's supposed to be? We go to continue from where we stop for the next edition of the program. I go talk Parliament. We say big thanks to all of us when make the program this evening, they tick. Big thanks to the Odionwe of Igolo community, Oga Egareva Felix. When find time to join us for studio this evening, we go to bring more and more people. Make we they hear the truth, make we they see, make we they hear from the horse's mouth, because sometimes we sit down for studio, then the politicians will say, oh, now opposition, they use us. Now opposition, why just make we bet where the opposition dey now. The opposition where we all need to fight, now then this herdsmen. These people when they take our land, they attack us. Now them be the common opposition where all of us need to fight. So make we think and make we act right. We say thanks to all of you now. When you don't take time to follow us on the program for Grassroots Television, we will do it again tomorrow by the special grace of God from Honorable Amebo, Ukraine market. You go Ukraine market next week. By that time, Putin we don't put everything for all in weapon for ground. Yes. No, you go put her for ground, not put her in, because you put her in, it's not good. You agree with me for that. Say to put her in, it's not good. Not to put her down. Which one you agree with? To put in or put in?
I wish some of those ammunition or the arsenal he has.
Yes.
He go immediately transfer some, can't give us.
They will take.
I'm telling you the truth.
Now where the papers in the
I'm telling you.
we really feel brave.
As I say, I be like I know they fear anybody again. Because of the pain I dey go through. I know they fear anything of
You know they funny, sha, but
if, for instance, government equipped the communities with arms, like they have when you talk so,
Yes.
we will fit say one go fight with our children.
Me go.
Yeah, because you be your job winner, you be the number one there. You go.
I will go. We are Benin.
We don't fear war.
Can I come in briefly? They that went out the other time included some vigilante which are Benin.
Yes.
On getting there, they say the soldiers were just seen. The rest, police, were just seen. They remained there.
The call Benin when vigilante.
They said they started shooting. They are gone, they go like this, they go like that.
I been a pretense they come, they use this one.
Yeah, they
But Jama not coffee face, this one,
use your tongue, count your teeth.
Okay. About that way, she go use her tongue count her teeth for the next program.
Yes.
When go the show because my director don't determine say make I say goodbye teacher. Even when the honorable minister, when I not put honorable join the name, when Minister for Education Adamu walk out on the National Association of Nigerian Students NAS, headed by the president some days back, because those students go meet her to tell her the truth about the ASU strike, say they need to go back to school.
Federal government sef don talk say make ASU sef amend their law, make federal government come dey sit down for their when they do their congress. Since they want to stay for sit down for when federal government
say the students because na wetin the students demand that day. Then he say na only Adamu say na only that one he go react to. The one wey dey say if pikin dey go school abroad, e no react to am.
They say okay make dem sef amend their rule make dem sef dey come.
Minister of Education pikin dey school for England.
Yeah, he graduate the other day.
The education system look like e no come.
I wanted
Minister of Health, if he get head he go he go fly to Russia. I'm going to put this my man.
Now so it's all.
Una president dey obodo Igbo na medical check-up. Meanwhile,
We see ourselves.
fuel scarcity still dey. As at this morning, we carry waka go Ekpoma 280 naira na be per litre for Ekpoma. And we dey ask this question, where we for do our leaders part, because none of them the last time we check they go filling station go buy this fuel. Na our fuel, our money they go take fill the other day one senator come studio for one studio 1 year like that. For the 1 hour 30 minutes when that program till last, they on the motor down, on the AC down. The senator dey inside studio.
Yes.
The motor, they not dey it dey steam so that when he come and make e not feel any heat.
Driver wey dey there ikpupu.
Driver dey go inside. That na how they take waste our money for this country. Unnecessary things. Now with the shout for food security, they not concern them. They wan eat your plantain. When they wan go import plantain.
Plantain wan come from
We say where do we do our leader?
Why we for do the bad?
Where we do the bad? You do am bad, he do am bad, me do am bad, he do am bad. Where we do am bad is this. When you look at the bulk of people when they complete when the election day, na the youth.
Yes.
Youth constitute more than 80% of the population.
And the children of these people when they do this one for them.
We when they suffer now, election will come because of 1,000. You will sell your future.
1,000 big na 500.
Okay. Now you will consider when you don't say your future for 500 naira.
Okay.
Until the youth stand up one day, they'll say, we don't want these people. This is what we want.
Yes.
Both can. No matter how big what the mastery stand up for the right person, they cannot read it.
Well, we dey look for the right people to come out. That na wetin Chief Eholo, aka Ultimate Equal, talk on this program yesterday when he phoned when he say yes, the youth, the Nigerian people need to start to take their destiny in their own hands. That's we will leave the matter for here today, and when we come back by God's grace for the next edition, we will continue from there. Just from Honorable Tuk.
Na people na don hear am. Next edition we will talk to each other.
Well, if you ask me who I go ask, Honorable Amebo.
My people, now do well to listen to us. So tomorrow we will still get another exciting program like this.
Yes, from my special guest, the Ojionwe of Igolo community, Oga Egariba Felix.
My people, now beg us the devil. Milk can come rescue us. Every grammar when they go speak, it don't make any sense to me. until na enter bush comot those people, me and my people, the affected communities go back, go start from the scratch again. Nah, dey o. Thank you very much.
That's now where we dey. The states of the Nigerian states, it dey shake our heads and our legs. We need to act fast. Government, those when they get security vote, those when we dey pay money to secure our lives and properties, make we act fast for Igolo community, for Via Northeast, for Abomere too, and many other communities. When this herdsmen, according to Oga Igariba, he say Fulani herdsmen because they tell them to their face say they be Fulani herdsmen and not anybody go fit do. But we dey very sure say our government, our security men and women go fit do something, and they need to start to do those things now. Till we come on our way next time, make una try as much as possible to follow us on this program, Grassroots Television. The number, anytime, any day, dey on screen. You fit call us. Watch us on YouTube. Do business with us. Anything at all, you know, say you get to put on this program by way of adverts. Things when you dey sell, things when you dey do. We go do it with chicken money for us, and people all over the world will know how it dey be. Till we come our way next time, we will remain blessed and keep the green, white, green flag of Nigeria flying high.